Good morning, good morning. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing the replay of my TikTok and Instagram live. So come on in, everybody. We're going to get started in just a second. Good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in. Happy Friday, everybody. Hi, son. Aren't you supposed to be at work? Let me clean off my glasses right quick so I can see. Good morning. Come on in, come on in. We are going to look at the energy of the weekend coming up. We're going to find out what is in store for us and how can we use this energy, okay? If this is your first time, we do this every Monday and Friday. So you can, if you're learning about tarot, stick around because I talk about the meanings of the cards and you can ask questions. I was just cleaning off my glasses so I can see. Good morning. Hey, Miss Tara. Hey, Lisa. The name of the mushroom coffee that I drink, I was using mushroom, but they kept being out of stock of the coffee. So now I'm doing dandelion root coffee and then cacao. So that's what I use for my coffee. So welcome, everybody. Let me get our fairy blessing cards ready. Like I said, we're going to do a reading for the energy of the weekend. That way we know what's coming up. We can talk about it. You can ask questions if you need to. We're going to have fun. Yeah, I want to try that Rise coffee. For sure. Good morning, good morning. Domingo, shut up. If y'all don't know, I'm on TikTok and on Instagram. So I'm going to be looking back and forth. And you see this freaking sunshine. I'm trying to not let it burn my corneas. So, okay, what we're going to do right quick is we're going to use my angel frequency tuning fork to up our vibration for the weekend, okay? This is a tuning fork of the angel frequency. It's a very high frequency. So all you do is just accept the vibration, and then we're going to get started in the reading, okay? Here we go. I'm going to do both screens, so if I move away, don't worry, you're still getting it. Here we go. Still going. There we go. So it's a very quick and high vibration, but we are all energy. We are all vibration. So when we come into contact with something like that, it immediately raises our vibration because we try to get into sync with what we're near. Make sense? And just because we might be thousands of miles away, we're literally just on the other side of the screen. That's how energy works. Energy knows no boundaries, okay? No boundaries. So let's see what our our fairy blessing is for the weekend, and then y'all are going to pick the tarot deck. So let's see, what is our fairy blessing for this weekend? We have a lot of stuff coming up in November, y'all. A lot of astrological events happening, a lot of numerological events happening. It's going to be a big month because remember, November is the 11th month. 11 is a master number, okay? So let's see what our fairy blessing is for the weekend. We have a blessing from a fairy determined to help you. Look at that. Doesn't she look like a badass? I'll hold it back here so both of y'all can see. As long as there are no eclipses, no joke. God, we're finally out of the rough season. We're finally out of eclipse season. God. So, but I mean, you know, it's meant to help us, but it puts us through some shit, doesn't it? So we have the fairy blessing of a fairy determined to help you. So this weekend, you might come across somebody that gives you the message that you need to hear. You might come across somebody that helps you with a project that you're trying to work on. You might receive divine guidance one way or the other, so stay open, okay? Because the universe wants to help you, always. wants to help you. The universe is not here to punish you. We go through experiences to get stronger, not to get weaker, right? So let's choose our deck. Okay, so we're going to do, I have the Kipper deck, deck 1, and the Light Seers deck, deck 2. So which one do you want me to use for the reading? Deck 1 or deck 2? Put it in the comments. Your birthday is the 13th. Ooh, we have a new moon on the 13th. Ooh, deck 2's by a landslide on TikTok. Okay, 1's kicking in. We haven't used 1 in a long time, y'all. Deck 1 or deck 2? 1, 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Lots of people wanting 1. Okay, y'all are going to make it tie because Instagram wants 2. TikTok wants 1. Y'all are going to make it hard on me. I think 1s are winning out, honestly. Your birthday is 11/11. Ooh, perfect for you, sister. You better manifest on that day. And that's the day we're doing the Reiki session. Okay, let's do deck 1 because it looks like 1s have 1 out. 1s have 1 out. They're the majority. Okay, so let's see what we need to know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card for each day of the weekend, and we're going to see what the energy is, and we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to get some more oracle to get even further messages. And if you're wanting to learn how to read tarot, my tarot training group is now open. That was the group that I only kept for my tarot apprenticeship students. But we opened it so you can come practice reading tarot spreads with us. All right, so let's see. What do we need to know for this weekend? All right, today we got imprisonment. Look at that. Okay? So this is like the 8 of Swords in tarot. Imprisonment means that you are feeling stuck, right? But the thing is, if you'll look at this little mouse here. The little mouse is like, how can I help you? Okay, this is like the universe telling you, I can help you get the key, right? But you have to allow that help to happen. The little mouse is keeping you company, but you know, do you really want misery to keep you company? What is it that you want? Do you want help or do you want misery to keep you company? Imprisonment means I'm feeling stuck. I don't feel like I have any choices. I don't feel like I can do anything. Poor, pitiful me. And the universe is like, get over yourself. Snap out of it. You have choices every single day. You have the ability to step out of this because look, this is number 29. So let's look at the numerology here. 2 is about relationships, but it's also about decisions and balance, okay? 9 is about fruition, endings, and like higher wisdom. Almost forgot my train of thought. So higher wisdom is telling you, you've got to make a decision here. Do you stay here or are you going to get yourself out? I mean, the lock is right there. You can get yourself out at any time. And then 2 and 9, 11. Coincidence? I think not. We were just talking about November being the 11th month of the year. 11 is that master number. It thinks on a higher level. It masters the number 2. 2, like I said, is about relationships, duality, and balance. So what is it that you want? You know better. You know the answers always, okay? Let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we have thoughts. So you see this guy, he's got this beautiful portrait. He's got this beautiful thought in mind. I'll show it closer here. And then here, okay? So on Saturday, mind your thoughts. And what is it that you truly want? What is it that you truly desire? What is the ideal situation for you? Everybody's situation is going to be different, so we have to keep this general. This guy is thinking of like the perfect woman. Maybe he wants to meet somebody just like her. It could be the perfect job. It could be the perfect career. It could just be the perfect day. What does it look like to you? Because it's number 16. 1 is the self and creation. 6 is a very healing and nurturing type of energy. So whatever high vibrational thoughts that you are having, you want to nurture those thoughts. Think about this guy too. He's a painter. Look how beautiful he has painted this portrait. Did he do this overnight? Did he learn how to paint overnight? No. He nurtured his painting skills so he could create the life that he wants, or the portrait that he wants. You have to nurture your spiritual gifts. You have to nurture your manifesting gifts so you can create the life that you want. Does that make sense? Y'all let me know in the comments. Yes, he can paint it however he wants. Yeah. I've been seeing 11 everywhere. Okay, yeah, because we just came into that 11th month. So we're getting that boost. Yeah, self-mastery. I love that, Jamie. Absolutely. Truly makes sense. Good. Okay, so let's look at Sunday. Sunday is Thief. We've had this before. Now, these cards are not all doom and gloom. These cards are about you taking control. So we have Thief. So looky here. This person's taking something from them unknowingly. But here's the thing. Number one, if you're dealing with somebody that you can't trust, why in the hell are they in your life? Seriously. If you're dealing with somebody that you can't trust, why in the hell are they in your life? Think about that. Hello. We need to get away from all of the people that we feel that we cannot trust. So on Sunday, you might have an issue with somebody stealing your joy, taking something from you, whatever this is. But guess what? If you don't allow these people in your life, then nobody can take anything from you. Now, don't get me wrong. That does not mean put a fortress up around you so nobody can ever take anything away from you. What it means is own your shit and nobody can take it from you. So this can mean that when you go through your own healing process, when you step into your power, when you take your power back, nobody can take it from you. When you expect somebody else to come in and fulfill the holes that are within you, if they leave, they will take it with them because you relied on them to fill that hole. Make sense? So this is why I'm so strict about owning your shit and taking care of yourself and healing yourself, because when you do it, nobody can take that from you. And it feels amazing. Okay? And you will be able to see through the bullshit. You'll be able to see the people that you know you can't trust because you will trust your intuition. You will trust what you're seeing instead of trying to make shit up in your head and, see things through delusion instead of reality. So look, here again, we have number 24. So like I said, 2 is relationships, decisions, balance. 4 is practicality and stability. Okay, so let's be practical. Let's look at the situation as it is. Let's do the work that we need to come into balance, then nobody can steal anything from us. When you bring them together, it's 6. 6 is about that nurturing, healing energy. Harmony, if I can say it. Okay? Have a mandatory work event. It was a waste of my time to be there. Oh, man, that sucks. I'm glad this is speaking to y'all. I'm just looking at the comments, y'all. Yeah, the light bulb moment. Kick them to the curb. I like that. Yes, where you put your energy, that's what will develop. Yep. Y'all are so smart. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. See? False person. Okay? Look, we just went through this eclipse season, which was not easy. And the eclipses were meant to reveal the truth. So if you're dealing with someone that you feel like you can't trust, then get them the fuck away. Get away from them. This is your responsibility, okay? It's not their responsibility to walk away. They're going to get everything out of you that they can. You have to be the gatekeeper. You have to be the guard saying, no, I see you for what you are. You are locked out, okay? So also when we see false person here, it's asking, are you being false? Are you wearing the mask? Are you doing something that really isn't you because you're afraid of what people are going to think, do, or say? Okay? So who wants to be a false person? Nobody. Because look, 8 is the, is the number of abundance and self-attainment. But when this person's being a false person, they're looking to get whatever they can get out of you. People don't care. Think of it like the scammers here on all the social media platforms, okay? They don't give a shit. They will pretend to be somebody to get something out of you. I have so many people messaging me, asking me if certain accounts are me because they reached out to them and told them that they've won a free reading or something like that, but then tell them that a donation is required. It's not me. I don't ever reach out to anybody through DMs, right? But these scammers don't give a shit, okay? So, and look at the bottom or underneath that. Ooh, okay, we're going to tell this story. So here we have coffin right underneath the false person. Well, coffin is putting an end to this BS. All of this stuff that we're looking at this weekend, okay? So we have imprisonment for today. Like, where are you feeling stuck? Where are you feeling like you can't move? Is it you doing this, or is it somebody else that you're dealing with making you feel like you're stuck? Saturday, we have thoughts. Nurture your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Are they positive or negative, okay? What is it that you want to master? Can you master meditation? Can you master your thoughts? Can you control your thoughts to create something beautiful? And then Sunday, thief, right? Don't let anybody take that from you. So we have coffin. Coffin is like, I'm putting an end to all this false energy, whether it be mine or somebody else's. Okay? If it's somebody else's, I'm getting away from them. Block all, whatever you got to do. Get out, get away from them. But if it's you, we got to stop pretending. You could be pretending to be somebody that you're not, to fit in, to make somebody like you. You can be pretending unknowingly that you are that you aren't enough, that the universe is here to punish you, that you're just a weak human here having this shitty experience. That's a false person. That's not really you. You are way more than you even thought, okay? This false person is trying to limit you. But when you stop, when you put an end to this, look behind this. Great fortune. Okay? And look, it's number 26. So we have 29, 24, 26. There's a lot about balance this weekend. A lot about making decisions within the people that you surround yourself with and the situations that you put yourself in, okay? So this is all telling us a story. This is telling us you've got to stop being this false person. You've got to understand who you are on a soul level, because most people have no idea who they are, okay? Which creates this false this false person. Who people, like all this shit that you were programmed with throughout your life created this false person. And you soaked it in because you didn't know any better. You were a kid. You were a sponge. You were just, okay, well, this is how life is supposed to go. People are telling me who I am and what I'm capable of, but it's all lies. If it's anything limiting, if people were supporting you and telling you you're capable of so much, then you take that, right? But anything limiting that has been programmed into you is creating that false person. So we have to let that false person die. I'm telling you, when you do, here comes that great fortune. Yeah, you just downloaded the programs you were given, 100%. If you feel it's your friend, if you feel like you can communicate with them, then have a conversation. But if they aren't going to listen, if they're not going to accept it, if they're not going to or if they're going to gaslight you, then you're going to have to excuse yourself, right? Because we can't make people change. So you're going to have to excuse yourself from the relationship, unfortunately, because that's not a best friend. I lost a best friend because I started setting boundaries, and it hurts, but not everybody's meant to be in our lives forever. So that's what I'm saying. If you put an ending to this false persona that you have been living in your entire life, that's the great fortune that finds you. Okay, this is what's hiding underneath. This is why I always look at the bottom of the deck when I'm doing readings, is because we need to know what is like secretly hiding underneath. We need to know what like is going on in here and what is like really being told to us. So again, if you're trying to learn how to read tarot and you don't know how to do all that, you don't know how to put this story together, then my tarot training group would be perfect for you, okay? But let's keep going. Let's get some more oracle. Let's see. I love this herbal astrology. And people wonder why I like being a hermit. Yeah, no mask. Look, same. The more you wake up, the more you're going to love your alone time. Because there's so many people out in this world that love to just take. This is why it's really important for you to learn how to set boundaries. Because if you can set boundaries, then you don't have to worry. You're just like, oh, okay, you like trying to cross my boundaries? I'm done with you. Okay? And you will find the true people that love and respect you, because they will love and respect your boundaries just like you would love and respect their boundaries. Okay? If somebody really cares about you, they would not want to cross your boundaries. If you set a boundary and somebody gets upset, then that just means that, yeah, they were used to taking advantage of you. And now, who the hell are you to try to set a boundary and show me your self-worth? Nah, right? You need to sign up for that? Yeah, you should. The tarot training is by application only, because I'm weeding out the people that are only looking to read tarot as a fad and to make quick money. I'm not about that life. In my tarot training group, you learn the true way to read tarot spreads, and I will not put up with scammers and deceitful people. Nope, kick you right out of my group. So let's see what else we need to know. All right, psilocybin, commune. Look at that. Let's read this because I've never pulled this card, and I want to see what it's going to tell us, okay? You find it intriguing? That's a good sign. That is a good sign. That was me too. I was very fascinated. I've always been fascinated by real energy, magic, and the occult. And when my mentor told me that I should learn tarot because I was going to be good at it, at first I was like, oh man, are you sure? That's a big responsibility. That's a lot of pressure. And she said, I will teach you everything that I know. And she did. And I went through the apprenticeship, and she's strict as hell. Y'all think I'm strict. She's strict as hell. If she ever saw me doing anything out of the bounds of like tarot and metaphysics, because I learned metaphysics through her too, because she's a metaphysician. She would jump my ass. I love her for that. Mushroom plant medicine. Yep. You always pull this one? Okay, well, let's read it right quick. I don't want to do the whole thing. Okay, so it says, communing with the sacred, connecting to otherworldly energy, remote viewing, regeneration through union, coming together with a tribe, finding your cosmic family. So remember, we're talking about the people that you're dealing with. Who is your tribe? Who are the people that love and respect your boundaries and who are not? Okay, let's look at the reverse meaning, because I don't put these reverse. I should. This is one of the decks that I need to allow to go reverse. It says disconnection, lacking community, fear of merging with others, lack of interest in connection, soul loss, and pain from the past. I mean, how many times do we see this all over the place where people have built up that fortress because they are afraid to connect with others because of the pain that they've experienced in the past? I see this all over the place, where it's like, I don't need anybody, and I don't, you know, fuck everybody, and they just build this massive wall because they think it's independence. It's hyper independence because of trauma, right? So let's read the guidance. It says, it's come to tell you that you have arrived to your place of power. They are beacons of light on earth and offer psychic healing on a collective level. Los Niños Santos are asking you to tune in and commune with the ancestors and powers that be to further develop your power. Psilocybin floods our body with light codes, loosening the knots we volunteer to protect through the journey of life. Don't resist the profound teachings. Relax into the higher mind as you commune with its loving awareness. As you find home within, commune with others and experiences that support you. Connect to nature and the extensive community of energies that are lovingly there, awaiting your conscious arrival. Commune with the spirits and channel the wisdom provided with sure-footed spontaneity. Isn't that awesome? Because we also have the blessing of the fairy that is determined to help you. Okay? I saw a video this morning. You'll see it in my Instagram stories. If you follow me on Instagram, it's this runner. She's running blind for some reason. She has a blindfold on. I don't know what it's about. But her trainer's running next to her, I guess, guiding her. And they're freaking hauling ass. And I was like, man, that's what I feel like when I'm working with somebody, especially my power coaching clients. It makes me so happy. I'm like, let's freaking go, you know? And that's how the universe wants to work with you too. The universe is like, let's go. We're just waiting on you. We're just waiting on you to say, ready, set, go. Okay? And then off you go. You take off, you start moving, synchronicities start happening, all the good things. Me too, Cheryl. Set boundaries for both my sisters, and I haven't spoken to them in years. Same here, Cheryl. Same here. How am I supposed to know people's boundaries when no one tells me? Oh, they'll tell you if you cross it. Or if they get offended, you'll see it in their personalities. You'll see their attitude change. I'm just looking at the comments. Hang on one second. I had to excuse myself and had felt guilty about it until now. Thank you. You're welcome, Jessica. You're so welcome. You like, so many people are so much more willing to keep themselves in a situation to where their boundaries are being crossed left and right, but won't set boundaries for themselves. Like, if they set a boundary, they feel extremely guilty, and then they take it back. And I'm like, what are you doing? Would you rather live a life of misery, or would you rather, you know, have boundaries and really have respectful and mutually beneficial relationships? Let's be real, you guys. We gotta be practical. We gotta be logical. Yeah, definitely the attitude change. Yeah, if you cross somebody's boundaries, you will feel the energy shift. I will never forget this. I was on a live with someone. They were live, and they invited me to their live, and I asked her a question, and automatically I felt the energy shift, and I was like, oh, she thought that I was about to like go in on her, but I didn't. I was literally just asking an innocent question because I like to get to know people, and I felt her energy shift, so I didn't probe anymore. I didn't talk about it anymore because it was like, and I was like, oh damn. Oh, more people are getting into tarot training. I just saw the notification. Good for y'all. Oh, nice. She just did a practice test to see how intuitive you are and didn't do too badly. Good. Everybody has intuition. It's just the more you pay attention to it, the more you connect to it, the stronger it's going to get, for sure. People got really offended with the hand test video that I did on Instagram. Well, I put it on TikTok too. They got really offended if they found out that they were more logical than intuitive. And I'm like, that's not a bad thing. Doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. They're like, this is bullshit. This isn't right. And I'm just like, okay. Let's see what else we need to know. If you missed the beginning of the reading, don't worry. I'm going to put this on my YouTube so you can watch the whole thing. Just in case y'all didn't know that. Look, see? Caring connections. You guys, you can't make this shit up. Caring connections. Look though, it's number 1 and 4. So 1 is the self, right? It's newness, it's creation. 4 is foundation. It can be boundaries because you think of like the 4 walls. It's practicality. You can't make this up. Oh, I know, Jamie. People think being an empath or intuitive makes them extra special. Yeah, I know. People want to feel special. And if they don't, they get mad. And it doesn't mean, just because you're not as intuitive as you are logical, doesn't mean that you're not special. Doesn't mean that you don't have amazing qualities. It was crazy. So anyways, yeah, caring connections. This is what we're talking about this whole time. This weekend, you're really going to be focusing on where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel trapped? Where, like, do you feel, who do you feel obligated to be around? Ugh. Right? Like family, people you're in a relationship with, people you've known for a long time. Do you feel obligated to spend time with them or to talk to them or whatnot? Look, we're going to do the slow backup. Okay? You're allowed to do that. The slow backup and just start distancing yourself more and more. And in that way, it's like a gradual thing. You're not just like laying down the hammer. Okay? But the people that are actually the good connections, the ones that support your boundaries, lift you up and you support them and lift them up, those are the people that you want to bring closer to you. That's the people you want to invest in. Okay? It's simple, but not easy. Oh, I know. That's a good question, Monty. She says, if everyone was only intuitive, what would the world be? We need logic as well. Yes, we do. We definitely do. Oh, I just realized what you were saying, Heather. I was like, wait, what? I was looking at my cards. I was like, where are you seeing that? But I totally get the gift that you're talking about. Homer Simpson backing up into the bush. I use that all the time because it cracks me up. Just do the Irish goodbye and just leave. I mean, hey, if you can do that and handle any backlash, then please go for it. I'm just looking, because more people are commenting on TikTok than on Instagram. I usually think I made them mad somehow, but I can't guess exactly what triggered it. Well, then it's just when you have to have a conversation. We have to be adults and have conversations. And if the person cannot communicate effectively without like getting angry and gaslighting and, I'm right, you're wrong, then I'm like, you know what? When you are ready to talk about this and us come together, you let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to give you your space because I'm not doing this. Let's see what else. Let's do the Woodland Wardens. I do like this one. Oh, the book was on top there. Did I miss a comment here? That's why we go on a trip for the holidays. Oh, that's smart. See, I have the holidays at my house. And so I get to determine who comes over and who doesn't. Oh, good for you. Going through this whole situation with my teenage daughter and her friends regarding boundaries, and this is hitting home for me. I'm trying to set boundaries with her and the other moms. Nice. Good. You can do it, I promise. All right, what else do we need to know? You guys, we got this again. Out of all these cards, didn't we pull this on Monday? The goat and the willow. Overcoming obstacles. I'm telling you. Out of all these cards, I pulled the same one as I did on Monday. So this is a definite message that we need to hear, especially coming out of eclipse season. You can overcome any obstacle that you're dealing with, but I like this little, excuse me, white spot here. Okay, because this white spot to me is resembling spirituality and your gut intuition. Okay, so this is telling you to follow your intuition, watch your thoughts, because it also kind of looks like a thought bubble. But it's like you can overcome anything. All of this stuff we've been talking about. Again, if you missed it, I'm going to put it on YouTube for you to watch. But all of this stuff is talking about the people that you surround yourself with. The people that you surround yourself with could be the ones creating the obstacles, and you're letting them. That was a tough lesson that I had to learn, was that the people that I was surrounding myself with were blocking my abundance because they were using me to get what they wanted, and it was exhausting me, and it was causing me so much grief and whatever else. Okay? So think about the people that you're around. You are who you hang out with. And if they're negative, do not talk to them about any hopes and dreams or anything, because you don't want them to shit all over it. And I'm not trying to be pessimistic. That's just reality. That's how people operate. Oh, there's never going to be no one left. There's never going to be no one left. There are billions of people on this planet. It is not just your immediate circle. Billions of people on this planet. Get out there and meet some. That's up to you. Yeah, I know, Heather. I know you're going through a lot. Let's see what else. Look, we have Wild Woman. I love this one. Excuse me. And it's number 62. So we had 26, now we have 62. Okay? So the Wild Woman is the one who is free. She is free to live the life that she wants. She is free to connect with the universe. She is open, and she's not letting anything restrain her. Okay? This is imprisonment. She's not letting anything hold her back because she dares to go against the grain. She dares to do her own thing, to be her own person, she's like, fuck it. I don't care. This is like the black sheep of the family. We are the ones that are meant to come in and change things. Okay? So whoever just joined, I don't know if it's on Instagram or TikTok, whoever just joined, there's a lot of anxiety, and I can feel it. So if you have a lot of anxiety, please take a deep breath for me. And let's calm it down, because it's like making me sweat. It's like my heart all of a sudden just kicked off. And I'm not drinking caffeine. That's not caffeine. It's you? Okay, take a deep breath, please. Because I can feel it. So anyways, the Wild Woman, with her being number 62, her healing and nurturing her wild soul is what is like most important to her. Okay? You think about these people that we come across that are just unapologetically themselves. They don't give a shit. They live their life, their healing, their health, their spirituality, their emotions, everything is at the forefront for them. And they are not afraid to say no. And they are not afraid to not be around people that drag them down, people that put them in a box, people that, restrict them. So you have the energy to be that wild woman anytime you want. You just have to decide, and you can't be afraid to be her, because she's not afraid. She doesn't give a shit. Okay? You're so late, Melanie. God, you're fired. Let's see. That was you, the wild woman? You just joined in. It's already making sense. Good, Alyssa. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. For those asking for a reading, if you would like a reading, you can go to the link in my profile and schedule a reading. This is a collective. The lesson is true. We have the ability to protect ourselves. It's within us to know who to let go of or keep out. Yes, yes, yes. See, y'all are so smart. You already know. You already know the answers. We're just here bringing it to the forefront. All right. Here we go. I told you. Balance. You can't make this stuff up. The cards talk to each other. The cards know. Okay? We have 1 and 9. Didn't we have 19? Yep. Whoops. The coffin was 19. See, the numbers are even talking to each other. The numbers are even saying, hey, whatever it is that you're struggling with, it's time to bring an end to those things and bring your life into balance, okay? Because again, 9 is completion, it's fruition, but it's also higher wisdom, okay? It's a very high expression. So whatever you are bringing into your life, whatever you are focusing on the most, you are creating. That's the expression of your energy. A lot of people ask me, how do I know where my vibration is? And I say, look around. Look at your life. Are you happy? Who's surrounding you? What's going on? Are you in the career that you want? Are you financially secure? Are you secure in your emotions and yourself? I mean, there's so much we could say, because the expression is what has materialized in your life. Does that make sense? It's what you're seeing. It's what you're experiencing. So think of masculine and feminine coming together, creating a baby. Okay? That baby is the expression of the energies coming together, and then they create the product. Does that make sense? Ready for some ease in life? You can create it for sure, Heather. You sure can. One of the things I was talking about in the masterclass, I think it was when you do a session with me, when you're ready to, I'm using this as an example for my VIP Soul Collective, right? We do this every month, to where I do a collective Reiki session and sound bath once a month. We're going to do it this month on November 11th. And I always tell the people, you are volunteering, you're deciding to let this stuff go. You're letting me take it out of you and burn it. I burn it in my candle, okay? So when you have decided to let something go, do not claim it back. Do not say, well, I'm on my healing journey because I have this. Well, fuck, you just created it again. You just claimed that energy back. I burned it, but your mind and your heart and your energy are creating that situation all again, and you put it right back in. Okay? So, when you are letting go of something, when you are healing from something, do not say, I have this, or this is me, because you are claiming it right back. It's like you're canceling each other out. So if you're letting go of something, if you want to bring more ease into your life, don't say, I'm tired of struggling. because you're pulling that back in, the struggle, because that's your strongest emotion that you're feeling right now is the struggle, because struggling sucks, right? But it's the strongest emotion, and so that's what is going to emit from you, the strongest. And then here comes that product, more struggle. Is this making sense? I hope so. We're getting deep today. So when you have this, whatever strongest emotion you have is what is going to create. That's why, when we have the masculine and feminine energy coming together, they have this strong passion. They are just merging, and then they create the baby, or they create the thing, like manifesting. I'm not calling a baby a thing. I'm talking about manifesting. That's how we create things in our lives. We are joining this energy together, creating. But if you're trying to release negativity, release pain, release trauma, and you keep talking about it, you keep thinking about it, you keep claiming it as yours and owning it, then you're going to create more of that, because that is the heaviest, strongest energy, emotion, okay? So let's see what our money focus is for the weekend. I know we're getting deep, but we need to hear this. I needed to hear this years ago when I started my awakening journey. And it was a lot for me to finally recognize that, the things and struggles that I was going through was because I chose it, or I refused to make a decision, which is a decision. It's a decision to do nothing. And it's a decision saying, well, it's not that bad, so keep giving it to me. I had to come to terms with I was a big part of my problem. And it was up to me to get myself out of it. And I did. Holy shit, my life is so different now, you guys. You do that? Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, so Scorpio season is all about the depth of self-exploration, or depth and self-exploration. Yeah, that's why we're getting deep here, you guys. And if you have not gotten on my list for the session on the 11th, you do that through the link in my bio. Scroll down to VIP Soul Collective, and that's where you can get on my list to get your Reiki session done and the sound bath, okay? Look, we have justice. How fitting is this? Okay, so there's 3 ways to resonate, and I'm going to read them to you, and you see what resonates with you, and then we're going to talk about it some more. Something in your life needs to be brought into alignment in your life. Right? Your relationship with money is everything. What you think about people with money is everything. Your self-worth is everything. We don't need to focus on money. We need to focus on ourselves and our love and how we view the world and how we connect to the energy that is money. Money is just a byproduct. Okay? So number 2, your career may be in law, such as police, military, and courts, or the criminal justice. And number 3, be sure to be honest and ethical in money matters, or you'll face the consequences. This is why there's an application process to be in my tarot training group, because one of the things is, if you're in tarot just to make money, you're not welcome. I make no apologies for that. At all. You don't like it? Tough shit. Because if you're going to be in my tarot training group, you are there to learn real tarot, because we are here to help. Okay? And some of us are hiding deep instead of facing it. Yeah. Oh man, people are really good at hiding. I used to do that. Look, I don't speak on anything that I have not experienced. I have been through more trauma than I would care to say. Every facet of trauma you can think of has happened, okay? From things that have happened to me seeing lives end in a traumatic way, I've experienced it. And I used to think something was wrong with me, but then I realized it's because when I started researching myself and diving deep into myself, I realized it's because I had to go through these experiences so I can relate to you, so I can understand you. So justice, think about that. Justice is like the justice card in tarot. Justice is all about balance and fairness. Well, You know, one of the things that my mom used to tell me is, I was like, well, that's not fair. And she would tell me, well, life ain't fair. And she's probably on here watching. I'm going to call her out. She used to say, life isn't fair. That was the worst thing she could have ever said to me, really. Because that ingrained into me that I'm always going to get the short end of the stick. It probably is not what she meant, but as a kid, that's how I took it, right? So that's the thing about the universe. That's why I always say the universe does not give a shit about, is this what's best for you or not? The universe is going to give you what you want because it responds. Battery. Hang on a second, you guys. Let me make sure that's plugged in. That was weird. I don't want it to die. Oh. I think the dog accidentally pulled the plug loose. Woo! So anyways, I make it make sense? Good. Good. Okay. So anyways, what I'm saying is justice is how, the justice card in tarot is talking about how life reflects back to you. Okay? It is ruled by Libra energy, so Libra rules relationships. So whatever relationships you're dealing with are reflecting your own inner self back to you. But anyways, you know, when she told me life is not fair, I took it as I'm always going to get the short end of the stick. And that's what I experienced for a long, long time. And I had to finally realize that life is fair. It's giving me what I'm putting out. Okay? Let's see. 100% thoughts lead to emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. Absolutely. See? Y'all are so smart. Give me 1 second. I'm so glad y'all are resonating with this message. It makes me so happy. Yeah, stop claiming your anxiety, Melinda. No more. This is why we do this. Yeah, I love that. I'm sorry, I have to move around because it's hard for me to see because my shirt is light and the writing is white. So I'm like, that's why I'm having to move around. I claim what I deserve more and don't settle anymore. It's exactly what we want. Okay? So let's get some more oracle. Let's find out some more. Let's get some more juicy details. But justice is telling you that, again, life is what you put out there. But also, when you're in balance, you're going to see things as being fair and balanced. So be careful and don't take, understand that most of our parents were doing the best with what they knew, okay? My mom telling me life isn't fair. Like I said, I don't think she meant it the way that I took it, but that's the way that I took it because I was a kid, and that was the only way it made sense to me because I could only go by what I was experiencing in that moment. So it really programmed into my mind that I'm going to get the short end of the stick. And then I had to go and talk to my inner child and be like, no, this is not how it works. You're going to do some amazing things. You're going to help so many people. You are so loved. Yes, you're going to go through some hard experiences, but it's meant to make you stronger. And that's how you start shifting things around. What else do we need to know? Nope, still got to go. Wasn't right. We have the moon. Intuition, emotions, what we were just talking about, inner knowledge, and divine feminine. Okay? So the moon is our internal self. It's connected to the feminine energy. The feminine energy is going on, or like what's going on inside. It is the psychic energy. It is the knowing energy. It rules our emotions. Okay, that's why people go a little nutso during the full moon. because it pulls at us. So this is telling you, like I tell you all the time, you already know the answers. Are you willing to accept them? You already know that you need to step away from this person. You already know that you need to do the thing to release whatever has been burdening you or keeping you back. You already know. You already know you need to eat better. You already know you need to improve your relationship with money and yourself if you want to be abundant. There's so many things you already know, but it's, are you willing to accept it and really use that? Okay? What else? Let's do this one. I love that. Writing a post on intuition versus the ego. Funny. How to stay positive with a chronic illness. Well, you can, you have to kind of get into the rebel mind. You have to not succumb to the chronic illness, because remember, anytime we have an illness, it's deeply connected to an emotion. So honestly, my advice, you can take it or leave it, would be to really start looking back at the past and seeing what the most traumatic event was for you, and is your illness protecting you from the outside world? Okay? Because a lot of us will create something that keeps us in one place, or it keeps us from doing something because our mind is trying to protect us. Well, our mind controls our body, and our body doesn't know the difference. It's just doing what it thinks is best. So I would really look into that, and I would be the rebel and be like, I'm not going to let this keep me from being happy. I'm not going to let this keep me from living life to the fullest, because this doesn't rule me. It is just a symptom of something else, and I'm going to find it. You have to be the rebel. You have to really be that person that goes against the grain and is like, I'm not going to let this dictate my life. It's not how my life is going to go. So I hope that helps you. Yeah, eating and drinking things that do not resonate with you will block us. Yeah. That helps a lot. Good. You're welcome, Ella. Yeah, a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is you, Ella. I'm talking about people in general that I've seen. A lot of people will accept the illness or the disability because it keeps them from having to do the hard thing. And sometimes the hard thing is looking back at the past and realizing what event happened and why they're trying to protect themselves. Or it keeps them from doing the hard thing of accepting that they are stronger and more capable than they have been led to believe. This is why so many people accept their lack. They're like, well, I'm broke. I don't have any money. I just can't do that, And I'm like, bullshit. You can if you want to. But it's an excuse to a lot of people. And again, I'm not saying you, I'm talking about in general. People that especially live in lack. It's an excuse for why they don't have to do the hard thing. Dis-ease can be claimed and cured in many cases. Yeah, by awareness of what we eat. Oh, like cars need certain gas. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, your body will react differently to lots of different things. And it's crazy. Like, I just randomly found out recently that my son is like, oh, chicken gives me headaches. And I'm like, is this a new symptom? Or he's like, no, it's been going on for as long as I can remember. I'm like, what the hell did you not tell me? So let's figure this out. Oh, you're welcome, Maria. Good luck in your class. Yes, they accept their illness as part of their identity, 100%. So here's the thing. Be careful. I agree. I think that's great, Jamie, as long as it's a supportive and uplifting community. I have something called Chiari malformation. So what that means is my brainstem, the tonsils of my brainstem. So your skull has the hole in the bottom, right? My brainstem tonsils sit down in it. Yours sit up here. Mine sit down here. And so it causes a lot of issues because it's squeezing the nerves. Sometimes I lose hearing in this ear. I get migraines, all kinds of stuff. It's created another muscular issue as well. So I joined this group on Facebook. It's the Chiari group. Man, I had to get out of it. I had to stop because there was so much. So many people identifying as someone who suffers from Chiari instead of someone who is healing and managing their Chiari. It was something that it could really take you down. And I was like, oh, I can't do this, because what you see, what you engulf yourself in is what you're going to start experiencing. Remember, because whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking and doing is the expression, you're going to experience the expression of that. And so I had to get out of it. And I was like, I can't be in this group because misery loves company. They were all just complain. There were some people in there that were really uplifting and knowledgeable and whatnot and had real legitimate questions. But a lot of people just loved to claim their disability as their identity. And I was like, oh, I can't do that because I don't want to live that life. So if you rebel and you're like, this is not going to take me down, this is not going to be how I live, this is not going to constrict me, then your body will start to respond. Okay? Because again, your brain and your body don't know. They only know what you tell it. So I hope that helps. Oh, I like that advice. Hang on. She says, being connected to the world helps to stay positive and feel like you're living, and also to be less afraid of it. Absolutely. Oh, she's also said, to me it's helpful to find ways to participate in the outer world in any way and when I can. For example, become an online volunteer on 7 Cups, organizing English speaking club for... That's so cool. See? Good for you. Summers. Oh my God, stop talking about me. I do all these things. I love this. That's funny. See, you people are amazing. I love you all. See, that's why I love doing this. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Let me pull another card and then I'll check more comments. You can't make it up. Mirror. We were just talking about being honest with yourself, life reflecting back to you, the people that you are experiencing are reflecting back to you. See? The cards know. And it's number 23. Did we have one that was 23? I can't remember. I think it's 24. I have so many cards right here. Oh, yeah, it was 24. So, okay, 23. We're talking about expression, right? So 2, again, relationships, balance, and decisions. And 3 is creative expression. So if you want that to change, you have to look yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. You have to look at how life is reflecting back to you and what reflection are you putting out there. I love these cards. The tarot, I always tell people, my students, I always tell them the cards never lie, people do. So if you need to find out the truth about something, consult the cards. They don't lie. The cards don't give a shit. They'll tell you the truth because that's what you want. Let's do this one. I haven't done this one in a long time. It kind of hides out. It's a thick deck. Oh, we have more people applying for tarot training. Good. Yeah, never claim with I am is a declaration. Absolutely. I put my situation in remission over a year and a half. Oh, good for you, Cheryl. You're off medication. See? That's the thing about, like, what people don't understand is, like, your body, your brain doesn't know. So that's why we have this placebo effect, right? That's why people can heal their bodies by taking a sugar pill and unknowingly thinking they're taking the medicine. Oh, let me tell you a funny story right quick. I hope my son's not on here. My son's friend, super skinny and tall. And he was wanting to, like, gain more muscle and get bigger, right? Because he felt like he was too skinny. So he started taking, like, injecting, it's called Tren. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a steroid or whatever it is. And all of a sudden, he started really growing. I mean, like, he's getting way more muscular now. And he was, like, doing it rapidly. Funny thing is, he found out that it was nothing. It was oil. He did it with his freaking mind. See? Our minds are amazing. And this is what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about all the time. He's like, he repaired his back by meditating. It took him a long time to really be able to focus that much, but he did it. And he's seeing other people healing different illnesses through the mind. And he's measuring this through science. It's not woo-woo shit. And we know that they've been doing the placebo effect on clinical trials for a long time. And people see results because they believe that they are being medicated. So, I mean, it's weird to me when people argue that we cannot heal ourselves with the mind. And it's like, why don't you go do some research and look at all the clinical trials that have the placebo pills and whatnot? What else do we need to know? Oh, I gotta do it differently. My puppy's over there just chomping away on his little lamb. Oh, did I disrupt you? I'm sorry. He's looking at me like... Let's see. I'm just gonna cut this. I have to set it on the table and cut it because it's too big for my hands. Oh, here's another number 2, relationship and jealousy. You never have a reason to feel jealous. Okay? What's meant to be is going to be. And if you have boundaries, you don't have to be jealous. If you have self-worth, you don't have to be jealous. There's no reason to be jealous. If you have boundaries and somebody's crossed your boundary, you have a conversation with them and you say, okay, I'm not okay with this. It makes me feel this way when you do that. And if they get upset, now you know. If they get upset, now you know that they don't love and respect you, because anybody that loves and respects you would honor your boundaries, just like you would honor theirs. If you're jealous, then that can indicate low self-worth and lack of trust. Well, then you've got to find out why. Okay? So this whole reading that I'm going to put up on YouTube, if you missed the beginning, you can watch it on YouTube. This whole reading is talking about our relationships and how they influence us. And how if we don't do the work ourselves, if we don't heal ourselves and find our self-love and our own independence, then somebody will easily take it away from us because we have literally just handed them everything. That's not what we're supposed to do. Our cup, I wish I had my cup in here, my pretty one. Our cup is something that is distributed to us as soon as we're born. Okay? This is our cup of self-love, self-worth, self-respect, everything. It is our responsibility to hang on to this cup throughout our entire lives. It is our responsibility to fill this cup throughout our entire lives. Other people can add to it, that's great, but it is not everybody else's responsibility to fill this cup. The problem is we have been programmed and trained to hand this cup away to everybody that we meet. especially in relationships. We're like, here, you take care of it. And they're like, I don't know what the hell to do with it. But some people will be like, sure, I'll take it. They empty your cup into their cup. They leave yours somewhere. They drop it and break it. And then you're left with nothing. And then you've got to start all over again. So if you learn to keep your cup of self-love, self-worth, and self-respect, and you continue to fill your own cup and you allow other people to add to it, it will start overflowing. And we share the overflow with the people that we love. We never just give it away, because when that person leaves, you are left with nothing. Okay? If that person leaves. I don't want to say when. Not everybody's going to leave. But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get the analogy? This is what we're supposed to do throughout our lives. Because when we have a cup filled, it just overflow, share, love, peace, happiness, abundance, everything. Okay? Yes, so accurate. What's truly ours can never leave us and will always find a way for us. Sometimes life is not always straight life. Oh, no, it's not. But at the end of the day, what is ours is ours. It's already meant. Yes. See? Whoops. Oh, you're so welcome. So I want to say thank you for all the things I've learned from you today. Have a great day. You have a great day too. Thank you. I didn't know that, Denise. You received a certification in herbal medicine in September. Why didn't you tell us so we could celebrate you, girl? So that's, I get on my soapbox about that because I was president of Give Your Cup Away group, foundation, whatever. Like, I did that. And every time somebody left in my life, I would just fall apart. And it's because I gave them everything. I'm like, you define me. You fulfill me. You do all this for me. How egotistical is that, right? You do for me. Come on, keep giving me, make me feel better. And then they leave and I'm like, wait, you were supposed to make me feel better. You were supposed to make me believe in myself. You were supposed to make me love myself. It does not work that way, okay? If you heal and you find your own self-love, self-worth, and self-respect, nobody can take that away from you. Remember, we're talking about this thief right here. Nobody can take that away from you because that's yours and you worked hard to get it, okay? You're new here? Well, welcome. If you missed the beginning, don't worry. I'm going to put the whole thing on YouTube for you to watch. We just did a whole reading for the weekend. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:46. Okay, well, I think we've had enough for a day. I got so many cards. We had so many messages. Any questions before I leave? Questions or comments? We got deep today. You're still learning? Yeah, girl, that's going to be an ongoing learning process. But good for you. Oh, my puppy's dream barking. But if you are still if you're trying to learn how to read tarot, you need to get into the tarot training. It's application only because we're weeding out the crap. If you want to be on my list to get your energy worked on the 11th, go to the link in my profile. On Instagram, you should see the VIP Soul Collective link on my profile. But on TikTok, go to the link in my profile, scroll down, and go to VIP Soul Collective. And that's where you add your name to my list for the Reiki and Sound Bath session on the 11th. Okay? That is, you don't have to log into a live or anything like that. Okay? It's all done from a distance where you're resting or just enjoying your day. You're so welcome. So welcome. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, the link is in my bio, okay? It's not just the tarot group and the VIP group. I got so much there. I do all the things just because I want to be available to help whoever needs help. But anyways, I will be back here Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, so put it on your calendar. I do the reading for the week, okay? Mondays, we do the reading for Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, we do Friday through Sunday, and we just connect, we bond more, ask questions, all that fun stuff, okay? So have a wonderful weekend. Stay in your power, and know that you're in charge of your life, nobody else. Every decision that you make should be what is for my highest good. And ask the universe, how much better can my life get? How much better can my life get? Show me. Challenge the universe. Open yourself up like this. Open yourself up. How much better can my life get? And then watch what happens. Okay? All right. Love y'all. Mwah. I will see you on Monday.